Hello, this is Roland. Today I want to begin a series of mini lectures on the topic of relationships, and I want to call it It All Began in the Garden of Eden. Because it really did. You see, the Garden of Eden is not a myth, it's a reality. And the way you can see that it's a reality is by listening to these lectures, watching these videos, and your eyes will be opened. Let's talk about relationships. What goes wrong? You know, when we start off, we think, well, I'm never going to be like my mom and dad fighting all the time. It's not going to happen to me. We're going to be happy ever after. Then, lo and behold, time goes by, and before you know it, there's the usual fighting. And sometimes there's even violence, which is bad, of course. But divorce, sometimes there's divorce. And both sides are unhappy, and the kids suffer. And it's just not good. So what's happening? Well, let's talk about it. You see, men and women, people, we're not just animals. We're not just monkeys or apes or chimpanzees or dogs or cats. We have a soul. So we're part spiritual, part material. Okay? And so therefore there are some rules, some protocols and some principles that apply to humans with soul that don't apply to animals. Now, for example, um, let's take the Garden of Eden, and I'll just give you a little hint. Adam failed. He didn't obey his father. They ate of the forbidden food, and who was it that suggested that they eat it? Well, Eve did to Adam, but who suggested to her? It was the serpent. So the serpent operated through Eve. If the serpent had approached Adam directly, Adam would have seen something wrong, and he would have balked and not gone along with it. But because it came through Eve, see what I mean? Now, what was Adam's problem? He was ambitious. He had an ego. He thought he could be a big man by doing it on his own, without God, with knowledge, by study, technology. See what I mean? But that was a big mistake. Okay? It was a big mistake. Now Eve, see, so what happened? Well, they got booted out of the Garden of Eden. Life became misery for them. Eve never forgot that it was that Adam got them booted out of the Garden of Eden, and they lost paradise. So she has a memory of a man's failure, and every woman is sensitive to failing men. Everywhere she looks, failing men, beginning with her father. Okay? She can't help but judge men for their failing. Okay? Now how about Adam? He blamed Eve. See? But he went for the temptation. So let's stop this little video or end this little video by just saying that a man must have honor. People get married for the wrong reasons, but once you're married, then there's your opportunity to learn to be unselfish. Okay, and to work out the ancient mystery of what happened between men and women in the Garden of Eden. Okay, later in this series I'm going to talk about the food and about the spoken word and so on. Your eyes will be opened. You'll see what's going on, and by seeing, it'll help you to forgive your partner. Okay, and to be less selfish, less resentful, less judgmental, and the man can learn to be more fatherly, more noble, more principled, more honorable, not go for the temptation. See? And then instead of going for the temptation in her, why she enters into the beautiful heaven that he brings by his love of principle.